Hello there. What's going on, YouTube? I hope that this video finds everybody well. If you are coming back to the channel, welcome back. It is good to see you. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome. Thanks for visiting. My name is Kenny. It is nice to meet you. While you are here, hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up and our thumbs down button. That will help the channel continue to grow and also help reach more people. Any interaction you can give, highly appreciated. In advance, thank you very, very, very much. All righty, it is April 21, 2022. At the time of this recording, it's about 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You can see in the subject, the title, The Best Part About Trucking / RPM. That stands for rate per mile. We're going to try to address all of that in this hopefully short video today. All right, so we're going to do this backwards. Typically, I would, start with the best part of trucking, in my opinion. I'm not out there, guys. Obviously, I'm in this studio in this nice, comfortable chair. I'm not out there. Don't know everything. This is just my opinion, my perspective. Everybody's got one, right? So here we go. Follow along with me. We're going to first talk about RPM, rate per mile. We see a lot of videos talking about rate per mile. Don't take this rate. Don't take that. You crazy. All right, let's do some math here today. We're going to give you, and by the way, this is for expediting in a Sprinter van. All right. We'll give you I got my calculator, so if you see me look down, we're going to give you 70 cents a mile. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on that profanity. Follow me on this. We'll give you 70 cents a mile, and we're going to dispatch you on 3,000 miles that week. Well, that comes to about $2,100, right? We're going to take out about $640 for fuel. That leaves us with $1,460. Again, this is for the week. We're going to take out, if you're working for a company, if you're leased on with a company, let's just say they're going to take some things out of your settlement. Maybe they're charging you for Qualcomm. Maybe it's insurance. Maybe they've got an escrow account for you if you're new. We're going to just say minus $150. What is that? That leaves us with about $1,310 for a net number for the week. Didn't take out food or anything like that. Just that was your rate per mile. You did 3,000 for the week. You made $2,100. You took out $640 for fuel and $150 for any other miscellaneous deductions that may come out of that weekly settlement, giving you $1,310 for the week. And if you do that for, got my calculator here. If you do that for a whole month, that gives you about what, $5,240 for the month? All right, let's have a conversation about this example. There are a plethora of people, and they might be watching this video. Maybe not. Say they are. They are saying, Kenny, you have lost your everlasting mind. It's rated G. There's no way, and you know what? I'm taking 70 cents a mile. There's people like that. I don't judge you. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Someone just said that, right? We can agree. Believe it or not, somebody just said, actually, Kenny, that's average for a Sprinter van, leased on with the company. Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's some do less and there's some do more. But, okay, fair, average number, 70 cents a mile. I did 3,000 miles, decent amount of miles for the week. I've seen more. I've seen less. Some people will say, not bad. Not bad at all. Some people will say that's horrible. Everybody's got a what? That's right. It's got an opinion. Now, what would you say if I said I know some people who net, what was the number? $5,240 a month. That's net. That's the number that they bring into their household. I know some people, more people who make less than that amount that they bring into their household. Now, what if I told you the people that I know that makes that amount of money per month, and they do, and by the way, this is on their 9 to 5. This is corporate America. Some are doing it in the trucks, but they live a very comfortable life. They live a very comfortable life. Now, what if I tell you on the other side, I know someone who makes double that amount and they are paycheck to paycheck. They are struggling, not getting ahead. That is a true story. I know some that makes that and very good, comfortable living. Homeowners putting their kids through college. They got money in the bank. They do very well. And I know some who makes double that amount who are struggling. What does all this mean, Kenny? Where are you going with this? Well, if you've watched more than one of my videos, well, maybe just one, you've heard me say money comes with a lot of things, but it do not come with instructions. It's not always about, ladies and gentlemen, how much money you make. It's what you do with what you make. Are you living above your means? Are you overextended? Then that's probably not a good number. But are you being realistic on what your expectations are in trucking? And for this example, expediting in a Sprinter van. I'm here to tell you that number, it's not that can be an accurate number. Let me say it that way. You can certainly make more than that. I've seen people make $8,000 in a Sprinter van in 1 week. I've seen them make $10,000, $12,000 in 1 week, but I've seen them make less than that, $2,100 in a week as well. That's called trucking. But as it pertains to 70 cents per mile, we all want more than that, right? If we can get it. But if you're just now getting into the business of expediting, now you may be in a box truck. This is an example. You can really use this as an example in anything, but I'm specifically talking about expediting in a Sprinter van, and you're doing, expediting. Time sensitive freight, got to get there immediately. That's the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Is that good or bad? Some will say that's horrible. Kenny, I'm not going to move my truck for that, man. Absolutely not. I respect that. And this is not me telling you what's right or wrong. I'm just saying that money does not come with instructions. And that's a part of the business. Not saying you're going to make 70 cents a mile. It's an example. A lot of companies out there, they do pay 70 cents a mile. Now, some will say plus fuel surcharge, you may get $1.06. At the end of the day, some you may make more, some you may make less. I don't know. I'm not out there. This is just from some companies that I called and some drivers that I have spoken to. Not out there, and so that's an example. But $5,240 net for the month. There are a lot of people couldn't make it off of that number right there. Whole lot of people cannot make it off of that number. But there is also a lot of people who have done very well with that number right there and are happy with that number and doing very well in their minds based upon. Now, again, I don't know if there's a truck note in there. I don't know what, and if it is, what they're paying. I mean, I don't know. I don't know all of those details. This is an example, but the part that is true, I know people who are bringing home $5,240 per month net, and they do very well. Some don't do very well. Like I said, I know some that doubles that. They make $10,500 net per month, and they're struggling. And listen, I think $10,000 a month net is good money, in my opinion. I'd always like more, but I think that's good money. And like I say, I know people who make that, and they are struggling. Money does not come with instructions. Now, let me pivot to the first part of this video where it says the best part of trucking. For me, it's going to be different for everybody. Some people, that may not be a best part. It may be I'm doing what I have to do, But for me, the best part of trucking is not the money. It's second. It's almost a tie for first, but it's second place for me. The best part for me, for Kenny, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just for me. We all have a favorite food, right? Mine just happened to be pot roast with potatoes and carrots. And then, I'm sorry, got off base here. Uh, the best part is the freedom, flexibility, independency, working for yourself, an entrepreneur. You answer to you and you only. That to me is a feeling that makes you go, mm, mm. If, there's some people who are corporate America, 9 to 5, and they absolutely love it. There's nothing wrong with that. For me, the best part of trucking, or the best part of being an entrepreneur in business for yourself, is just that, in business for yourself. Stress-free for me. Stress-free. I'm not in trucking right now. I will be. Well, I'm in trucking on the freight broking side, but I still work in corporate America. I run radio stations. I've been doing it for over 3 decades, but I still hold in my back pocket this CDL license, Class A. All the endorsements minus the hazmat. I never did renew that. But I mean, I can go and drive anything. Medical card still good. TWIC card, passport. I can go and do it all. That's not me bragging. Those are just my reality. But, some people are on their job for the paycheck. And sometimes, in my humble opinion, that enslaves you. That means you are indebted to that money. You love the money. Your lifestyle requires that money. And it makes it, excuse my language, damn near impossible to leave because of the money. Doesn't mean you're happy. Doesn't mean it's not stressful. And for some people, it may not be. It may be, I've been doing this for 20-some years. I make a lot of money. I love it. I'm just ready for a change. Everybody is different strokes for different folks. But, most people that I know, they make good money, but they're not happy with what they're doing. There's some people who wanted to be a professional ball player, but they couldn't make it, but they make good money on their job, but they would be more happy if they were doing what they love to do. Again, different scenarios. So for me, and it doesn't even have to be trucking. I have multiple businesses. I have a consulting firm, and obviously Load Up Transportation is our freight brokering and trucking company. And so working for me, being able to, when that phone rings, say, I'm not working today. And there's no repercussions for that. Now, that comes with a caveat. Now, if you are an owner operator and you are a fleet and you work for, not a fleet, but if you're signed, leased on, your truck is leased on with the company, then obviously there's expectations. They need you to run freight, but there are companies out there could care less if you run once a week or once a month. They don't care. You should, but they don't care, and believe it or not, if I'm leased on, I want to run for a company like that. If I can do 3,000, 35, 4,000 miles in a week, it's there for me if I want it. Perfect. But if I don't want to run, I don't have to run. I'm like, I'm going to go back to sleep. I don't want to run none today. Matter of fact, I don't want to run none this week. No problem. Now, if I'm on a 9 to 5, whether I'm in management, and I can make that call, but it's a little bit different. Why? When you're coming back, we'll still reach out via email or cell phone. You know what I mean? So when you work for yourself, whether that's in trucking or anything else, the best part, independent. You say what you will and won't do, and when you will do what you want to or not want to do. It's up to you. The other side of that is when you work for yourself, there is more responsibility. Some will say more stress. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say more responsibility because you got to make all the money. If you're not out moving those loads, you're not making any money. If you can afford to do that, you can do that. The only thing prevents you is, can you afford to do it? If you can afford to do it, taking off a day, 2 days, a week, whatever, if it doesn't hurt you financially, that's it. You don't run, period. bottom line. Now, you have to be in position to do that. You have had to have started this process way back in the day. Had to prepare. You had to have a plan. Had to been disciplined. You had to work that plan. You had to save some money. You have had to have made some good decisions, and you're in position. Maybe even have a little bit of this gray stuff too, and lost all of this wisdom. If you have put yourself in position, you should be able to do that. Now, I'm what they call on a little greedy side. I probably would not do that, but the fact that option is there for me, that's the best part of trucking for me, ladies and gentlemen. To do what I want to do, or not do anything. That's up to me. That is up to me. This was not a part of this conversation, but I'm going to bring it up. Have you ever heard people say you have to sleep in your van or your box truck, whatever? Again, I'm talking specifically about expediting in a Sprinter van. They say you cannot stay in a hotel. Have you ever heard that? Yeah. Well, listen, I don't judge people. I don't, people's opinions are people's opinion. I have no problem with that. Let me just tell you this. If you have cash and or a credit card and that hotel has a room available, you can go in there and get yourself a room, hotel or motel. Yeah, it's perfectly legal, ladies and gentlemen. You can do that. Now, is it smart to do that? Well, yes and no. You tired? You sleepy? You want to go sleep? Yeah, smart to do that. Get off the road, get your hotel, and go to sleep. No, nothing wrong with that. Now, if you've made $300, let's say this is a Tuesday, you're getting a hotel room. You made $300 on Monday. I probably wouldn't get a hotel room. You're going to be negative, right? Probably wouldn't do it. Let's just say it's at the end of the week, and this was one of those good weeks. You've made, I don't know, man, you have netted $4,000. I'm just throwing that number out there. You have netted around $4,000. Can you go get a room? By all means, you can. I don't know we always talk about what comes in and not what's going out. I don't know what your expenses are, household, what have you. If you can do that, go get you. I'm going to get me the one with room service, and order me a nice, I don't know if I can get roast beef for room service, but I can get me a steak or something, and some cheesecake for dessert, give me a little cranberry. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. Guys, it's your business. You can do what you want to do. Just make sure you can afford to do what you want to do. Then do it. How long do you need to stay out to make money? I don't know. You can get a load that pay you what you want to make for the week. You can make it on one load. It happens. Now, that means I turn around and go back home, got my money. I probably wouldn't do that. And I would have my Sprinter van outfitted with a bed bunk in there. I can let it down. And listen, when I was 25 years old, long time ago, the way I slept was different. I mean, I had to have the lights a certain way, I'd have to be up under two blankets and the ceiling fan running, and then get real comfortable, maybe watch some TV and then fall asleep, maybe have a bag of Doritos, not now. When you're my age, when you turn, no, I just go to sleep. I can literally be in a club, music playing. I'm standing up and I can go to sleep. Now, I'm not doing that behind the wheel driving, okay? But the moral of the story is I fold my bed down, I can go to sleep. The only thing I may be concerned about is, am I in a safe place where I'm going to sleep? That's my only concern. Other than that, I go to sleep. But, there's times I may want to go to a hotel for whatever reason. It may be, I want a, king size with a, 50-inch TV in the room, a nice hot shower. I may do that if I'm going to sit for a couple of days. I might do it. I mean, if I can afford to do it, then I'll do that. I would probably have me a Planet Fitness account. Shout out to Planet Fitness. And I take my showers there more so than in the truck stop, because I can also work out. $30 a month as opposed to $12, $13, $14 for a shower. Yeah, you get enough fuel, you build up points. Yeah, okay. But that's just the way I would do it. And so in business for yourself, you have to be disciplined. You got to be making some good decisions. And, if you're making enough money after listen, the first thing I do is take 20%. Some will say you don't need to take that much. I take 20% and put it back in an escrow account for Uncle Sam. That's what I do. Now, if I don't need that money at the end of the year, I've had enough deductions, write-offs and all that, then fine. I mean, that's just more money that I can put in the company's savings. But that's what I do. And I put a little bit some back for my maintenance, and, that's how I do it. But if I can afford to do it and I can still make a profit and still do all those other things that I just talked about, then I may go get in a hotel room. Or I may say, hey, I'm going to put this money back. So the next week, if I can do it again, I'm going to put this money back. And then that next week, I may say, man, I'm finna go to a nice hotel, like 4.5 star. Man, you crazy. You finna spend all your money. I've allocated that money to do so. Trucking, guys, is not a guaranteed type of thing. You can have an amazing week one week. I mean, and if you're not disciplined, you may go out and do something stupid with that money. And next week will be, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. I don't know how I'm going to make it. It can be that way. It's trucking. You've got to be smart when you have a good week and, put that money aside. So when you have a bad week, it's not going to define or hurt your business, if that makes sense. It may be a bad 2 weeks. Hell, it may be a bad month. You've got to be able to sustain that if you're going to be in trucking, and that is making sure you have a solid plan when you come out here. Somebody asked me, what was the hardest part about trucking? Is it sleeping in a truck or, being away from home? And, none of that was the hardest part for me. It was not. I'm away from home now. I have a resident in North Carolina as well as Texas. Texas is my home, and I may not get to Texas but maybe twice a month on a good month. So I'm accustomed to being away from home. The challenge that I had many years ago when I was a company driver in the semis was not sleeping. Again, I get up in there and go to sleep, but it was driving. It was driving every single day, day in, day out, night. That was it for me. My body for years was accustomed to nighttime, sleep time. Didn't matter if it was, not daylight saving or daylight saving. If it got dark at 6 o'clock, I was ready to go to sleep. My body was accustomed to sleeping at night. So that was the hardest part for me back then. It wasn't so much the sleeping, it was the driving and when it gets dark outside. And that was the hardest part for me. But for me, again, I'm talking for me. Everybody is different. Some people are up at night and they can't sleep and they sleep in the day. Everybody's different. But now I can go to sleep. It don't matter if the sun is out. Sun is out now, looking out my studio window. I can go to sleep now. I can and get a good nap. I mean, good. And then get up and ready to roll. But in the beginning, it was driving. When you talk about 3,000, 3,500 miles a week, man, that's, and you're doing it every single day, day in and day out. That was the part for me. But once I do something for 3 weeks straight, one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, routine now. I got it. So once I do something for 3 weeks, for me, done deal. That's not everybody. So the best part of trucking, independence, the freedom to do what you want to do. You are the boss, big baby. You make the calls. You the shot caller. That's good and bad. You don't go to work, you ain't making no money. That is. That's what this video was about. I hope that it was helpful. Listen, when you do videos on YouTube, as I mentioned at the beginning, everybody is going to have an opinion And there's nothing wrong with that. We all got different goals, different mindsets, different opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. That is the great thing about this country. But you have to figure out what's good for you. What type of money do you need to make? And is that a realistic goal for what you're looking to do to generate that money, if that makes sense? And if it is, do it. But let me tell you something. Don't stay in a stressful situation. If you're on a job that is stressing you out and the money is good, doesn't matter. Stress will kill you quicker than anything else. It's a slow killer, but it will take you out and you're not happy. I don't know why I'm getting hot. But see, when you get older like me, you got to start fanning yourself. Make a move. Do it. Do it. Do your homework now. Don't do anything without being prepared. But don't sit back and say what I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Make it happen. Make it happen. Again, if you're in a stressful situation or you don't like what you're doing or you're not making what you want to make a move. Just do it. Trucking is a really good business. It really is. I don't know many people that there's a lot of people in trucking will complain every day about it, but they've been doing it for 2-3 decades, and then they will get on these videos and talk bad about the business. I don't want to do that. I think any business can be good or bad. It really can. But it can be really good. It all starts right here. Have a positive outlook on things and understand what you're getting into and what the requirements are going to be from you. And if that's you, go make it happen. Go make it happen. Guys, you can always reach out to me, boxtruckkenny@gmail.com. You can look us up, loaduptransportation.com. You can pick up the phone and call. And I'm here to answer any questions. We'll try to do another video again before this month is up. All right. Remember, tough times don't last forever. Tough people always do. Money does not come with instructions. So you have to be smart in your decision-making process and you'll be fine. All right. That's my word. Make it a great day and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.